It's the most wonderful time of the year, and our Christmas dinner is on. Today we're making a beautiful Texas tenderloin along with some delicious sides, including my grandmother's signature salad. Plus, we've got a visit to Greer Farm in East Texas.
It's more about me being a chef than me being on her back.
The holidays are here, so pull up a chair and join us at the table. Texas. I'm Amy Christner.
And I'm Garth Blackburn.
Christmas is upon us.
It is.
And what are you going to be making for Christmas Day? What will your Christmas dinner look like? We have some really good ideas. I know Garth has got several. What are you making today?
I want it to be fail-safe. I want it to be fancy, easy, and allow them to enjoy their glass of wine or four. And not be worried about an incredible cut of beef, some center cut beef tenderloin.
So you're going for the beef.
We are. I'm done with the turkey for Thanksgiving. It's time for the fun stuff, which to me is all about the beef. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm gonna show you how to make sure it's gonna be perfect every time. Perfect mashed potatoes with a little bit of roasted garlic.
Yum.
And sometimes people have the same recipe and then occasionally the potatoes become like gluey. So I'm gonna make sure that that will never happen at your house.
No gluey mashed potatoes.
No gluey mashed potatoes.
Awesome.
And then roasted broccoli, and then you're bringing something to the table.
And then talk about making the same old thing over and over. I always make my grandmother's cranberry salad, and so I'm going to share with y'all how we do that at our house. It's delicious and very simple, and you will like it.
Well, good to be your sous chef for a little
Absolutely.
while, right?
So tell us what you're going to do to this.
Start with a little bit of kosher salt, some freshly cracked black pepper.
Right.
And then this is one of my favorite spice blends called sashimi togarashi.
Yes, you've used that before.
It is. I love it. It's real subtle. It has 7 different spices in it, but it's not like a dry rub that it's going to change the taste of the meat. It's just going to accent the flavor a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll season that on all sides. And I've got my griddle heated to 450. If you don't have a griddle at home, then you can use a regular pan on medium-high heat.
Well, you're going to have a pretty large pan for that if you're going to...
So that's why you need a Wolf griddle, right?
Or something big like this. You could do like a big roaster or something like that.
You could. Then you might even want to cut it in half to make sure you're able to fit it in.
Yeah.
So, or something oblong instead.
We always do tenderloin at our house for Christmas as well.
Do you? How do y'all
always
do it?
have it. My mother has a really good recipe. It's a secret. I can't tell you. It's true.
Oh, really?
Maybe one day.
And you're in on the secret?
I am in on the secret.
I can't wait to hear about
but thanks for sharing yours.
Yeah, well, now the cat's out of the bag. So now we're going to do the potatoes. We've got cold water. You don't want to start with hot water. They'll start to overcook the outside of the potato before the center gets cooked through. Also, another key to make sure that y'all don't mess up at home, that you don't get gluey mashed potatoes, is cook them whole with the skin on.
Really?
Because what you want to avoid is having water get into the potato. That's what will make it gummy. So leave the skin on. I like to use Yukon Golds. Y'all can use russets. So just drop those into the water. Now
into cold water. So if I'm doing it all wrong, I peel them, I chop them, I put them in boiling water, and I've completely messed it all up.
And this is where you're going to tell me that they've always turned out delicious?
They're really good.
Shocker. Had a feeling.
I'll tell you how to do my potatoes sometime,
this
too.
This is going to be a setup. So I'm going to add salt to it as well. That's going to take up the boiling point. And then we'll put the lid on.
Okay.
So it'll cook a little bit faster. As far as making a decision between the types of potatoes that you're going to be using, if you're using Yukon Gold, they're going to be more buttery, more rich, and a little bit more dense. If you like really fluffy instead, then you'll use a russet potato.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sounds great.
All right, so we're searing that beef off on all sides.
It looks delicious.
And now we're going to get ready with the sauce. And the sauce is my favorite mushrooms, those kitchen fried mushrooms from Gonzales, Texas. They're going to be a great base. Saute that deliciousness, the umami, which is that taste profile that the Japanese identify, that really it brings this fullness to your palate. That goes great with the beef tenderloin. So I'm going to start with a little bit of oil. I'm using avocado oil. You could use grapeseed or canola oil because I'm going to be cooking the mushrooms on a high heat. So I don't want to start with butter because the butter is going to start to burn before I have a chance to to get them seared.
Good.
All right.
This is nice and seared already.
It is. We're just about there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Let's just get this smoke out of here. Where's your vent? My eyes are burning. Where's your vent?
Step away from the fire.
Okay.
All right, so we've got those started. And if you'll hold that for me to put the beef in.
Oh. Okay. Didn't know you needed that. Aye, aye, Captain.
All right, so probe thermometer, that's going to be the key to making sure that you have a perfect medium rare beef tenderloin. We'll put that in. And we're going to cook this off in the oven.
Okay. At what?
At 285 degrees, which is really odd.
Yeah, does it have to be precisely that?
Well, at least under 300. And I'll explain why after the break.
Okay, well, y'all have to stay tuned. We'll be right back. So we recently got to take a really cool trip to East Texas, actually a little town called Dangerfield, Texas, where my kinfolk are from. Had no relation, but we ended up at a really cool place called Greer Farms. Y'all take a look.
The day before Christmas Eve, I decided to quit work at the age of 49.
What?
And that's when you moved
I was
out
so
here.
frustrated. And I had two kids in Austin in college and 2 girls in London in high school. We were living in London, in Holland Park, Notting Hill. And I came home and said, that's it.
Really?
There was nothing here. Pastures were grown up, not a fence, not a tree, not a shrub, not a barn, nothing.
And what year was that?
Christmas was '98. Being a grass-fed operation, we don't feed any grain. Right. So in this time of the year, obviously the pasture goes dormant, and these steers are wanting to fatten up for harvest. And so we bring our alfalfa down from down the Iowa-Kansas border.
Okay.
We've been buying it in the same place. It's organic for about 12 years now, I guess. But we do a lot of experimenting. Like we have kiwis growing, which look like they will make it.
They will make it?
I think so. I think they're going to do okay. We've been working with Stephen F. Austin for years in different cooperative projects.
Right.
And so we're now working not with cattle, but well, we did work last year with cattle, but now we're working with pigs. So this is one of their pigs. And then she was taken down there and bred at the farm, at their farm.
And how many is she expecting?
Probably around 13, 10 to 13. You can stand on that side if you want to.
She won't be...
No, she's
You could probably
friendly?
sit on her and she wouldn't notice.
Aww.
Do it where you get on.
Yeah, she's good.
Go for it.
No, I'm not going to ride a pregnant mom. Yeah.
Oh, but it's more humorous if her legs are
I
going out
am
to the
not
side.
doing that to a pregnant pig. Don't hurt her. You're too heavy. Don't put your weight on her. Oh, okay. Garth. See, she said, get off me.
It's more about me being a chef than me being on her back. She knows what I like about her.
It's more about being an angry pregnant woman. So Garth didn't get to ride the pregnant pig after all.
Probably just as well. When she tried to bite my toe, that was kind of a warning.
God love her. Okay, when we left off, we were talking about why this tenderloin needs to cook at 285 degrees precisely. I would like to know your...
Not 286.
85.
It needs to be a low temp because if you have the oven at 350 or 400 degrees, you're starting to boil the water out of the meat that's on the outside. So then what happens is it's dry. And it has what's called the bullseye effect, that if you cut into it, the center might be medium rare, and then medium well, and well done as you progressively go out.
Right.
But if you cook at a low temp, it's going to slowly bring the entire beef tenderloin to 200, it's from 285 degrees to the internal temperature of 135. And so that way it's going to be perfectly even. So when we slice into it, it's going to be all medium rare, not just a little portion of it. And that's especially important when you're dealing with grass-fed beef, like we are from Greer Farms. So, and they give you the option there of being grain-fed at the finish, but this one is fully grass-fed, so it's leaner. So we need to make sure we don't dry it out.
Okay, got it.
All right.
All right, let's move on to what you got next for this beautiful Christmas dinner.
Right, so we've got the mushrooms and the leeks that are now sauteed. If you'll pour about half a cup of that port in.
Okay.
And this is a tawny port. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to put the same amount of beef stock in.
Right.
Add a little bit of that Texas balsamic, if you would.
Like a little bit, like a tablespoon, a little bit?
Yeah, or 2 or 3,
Okay.
whatever you pour it in.
Let me know.
Okay, we're gonna put in some mustard.
Uh-huh.
You know I'm a fan of that. It's gonna thicken up the sauce, so if
You
people
use this
are
on everything.
gluten-free, it's acidity, it's deliciousness. I love it.
And it
But in the
adds a little thickness
sauce,
to
it
it,
adds
too.
thickness,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. A
Perfect.
little bit of red wine vinegar.
All right.
And then finally, what I also use a lot of, and that is that demi-glace that you can purchase on the by the chicken stock or beef stock at your grocery store, but it doesn't have all those preservatives that so many
I
of
didn't
the
know that.
right.
Okay.
Like those little tubs of bouillon, type product. There are a lot of preservatives, a lot of additives, and then artificial colors. This doesn't have any of it. It's just a heavily reduced stock.
Do we need to mix that?
It's going to come together softer.
No? Just
Have
let
you-
it
did
do
you
its
wanna toss
thing?
it?
No, I just felt like it needed some stirring, but
We'll work
you
it
know
as it
best.
reduces down. We'll be able to take care of it
Okay.
then, and then we're
I'll
going
leave it alone.
to finish it with a little bit of butter.
All
In
right.
fact, this being Christmas, we
Yeah.
don't need to go with all the low fat, right? I mean, this is going to be real food.
It's the holidays,
It's
Garth.
the holidays.
Who cares?
That's why I'm using bacon grease for our broccoli. So it's kind of
Nice.
a healthier fat. 'cause we got
Wow.
the broccoli.
It's already going to taste good.
Why don't you hit that with some salt and pepper for me?
Okay. Just a little bit of bacon grease. You just happen to have some of that sitting on the side.
Always.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay, and a bit more salt.
Yeah, because never enough salt for Garth. I get it.
We're going to lay that out.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to hit it with some smoked paprika
Right. And you're going to roast this.
and a little bit of Parmesan. And not this stuff
Oh.
out of the green can.
Yeah, thank you. That stuff is stinky. Okay.
This is
and
going to
then
go
you
in the
roast
oven
that?
at 475 degrees for about 12 minutes. It's going to get crispy on the outside. It's going to be still crisp tender in the center.
Yum. Okay,
Yep.
that's going to be delicious.
It
I
will
can't
be.
wait to taste this. Okay, y'all stay with us. We're going to take another break. Stay with us. We're right back. All right, so the Christmas dinner is continuing on. What are we going to do next?
We're going to do the mashed potatoes. So they
The
are
ones that had
now-
all the skin on them, and you put them in whole, which just confuses me completely. But you tell me how this is going to work out.
That skin is protecting the flesh from getting waterlogged, so you're not going to get gummy mashed potatoes.
No gummy mashed potatoes.
Okay, now if they're really wet, by leaving the skin on, I don't have to do this step. If I had taken the skin off, once I removed them from the water, I put them in the oven
Yeah.
for about 5 or 10 minutes. That'll
Yeah.
help dry them out. So before
Right.
you go and mash, what you don't want to do is mash them without some sort of fat, without
Okay.
butter or cream or
Right.
something else. And I got you a little tool for both mashing the potato, making it fluffy, and also removing the skin.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
It's
What
a
is
potato
this?
ricer. It looks like a giant garlic press,
That's what I was
right?
about to say. This is a Texas-sized garlic press.
It is. That'd be
Awesome.
a whole lot of garlic. So put that in, put it,
Okay.
I would probably put it over the bowl. Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
Use those muscles.
Hold on.
The
Oh,
angle,
please.
usually it doesn't spray all over the counter if you kind of keep it close to the bowl.
You've got to be larger than me to do this.
Well, I would think you'd be better because you're close to the bowl. kind of.
Okay, well, we'll try that one
After
more
a
time.
previous show where I ended up with cheese on my face, I knew to duck and
Okay,
cover.
try that. Try that. There we go. I'll get the hang of it. This is new to me. You got to bear with me. Garth, you do it. This is taking too long. Oh, see?
I was aiming for you, to be honest.
Oh my gosh,
did
that's
you-
a great tool.
Did
if
you
can
notice
get
how
it to
there's
work correctly?
no skin in there, though?
Right, there's no skin, but your potatoes all over the counter, so that
was,
worked out
that
great.
was mainly the Amy and Garth battle there.
Okay, yeah, I've got potatoes all over me. That's okay. I'm sure it's still going to be not gummy.
They will not be gummy. Now we're going to start putting our butter in.
Yeah,
So why don't
'cause
you
they're still
grab-
hot.
Right.
Some of this butter,
Yes, please.
Okay. and I like to put a lot of butter, sour cream, and cream cheese in my potatoes. So I'm gonna wow.
Here.
Just keep it in the bowl, Garth. Keep it in the bowl.
All right,
okay,
now-
so I'm adding a lot of butter over here. Is that okay?
As long as I can add a lot of salt.
Yep, that's fine. And I actually like a lot of pepper too.
Me too.
Okay,
Potatoes
cool.
need a lot of pepper, and I
Yeah.
hate white pepper. Why? I mean, you're avoiding some specks in the food, but you're losing a lot of that great taste from real freshly cracked pepper.
Right, but if you're trying to hide it from kids,
And
into the
white
white.
pepper. ooh.
Okay, so stir this up.
So stir that up.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, let's clean up the mess here.
I've been heating up some milk and half from Milk King Creamery
Ooh,
with
yum.
garlic. So it's going to slowly cook the garlic through. It's going to be really soft and tender.
Whole garlic. You didn't even crush that.
Nope, it's going to get crushed by our second form of making them mashed potatoes. And that's going to be another round of mashing. And I got you a great tool for that.
Oh my gosh. This is like
Mashing some potatoes.
Do you know
Come
what
on,
that
Amy.
reminds me of? This one.
A brand?
Oh.
When I tried to brand
Hold
you
that.
with the Taste Texas logo.
Yes, it also reminds me of that pecan picker-upper thing that you bought.
Which is the proper name for that tool.
Hold on, please. Let's
The
get these-
pecan picker-upper thing.
Are
yeah,
you
when we
sure
went to
about this?
to
This
the
is
Gilbert,
crazy.
Gilbert Pecan Company, we got a special tool so you wouldn't have to bend over. But some people are a little closer to the ground, so they can just kind of reach down.
I'm not laughing at you.
No.
I feel like I'm raking leaves or something. Good
All right,
Lord.
There we go.
Okay, this is quite interesting. Where the heck did you find this thing?
You can get that at a restaurant supply store.
Let's run and get more.
All right, there you go.
Okay, you got some extra potatoes on there. Hold on. One more time.
Glass bowl,
Okay, there we
bye-bye.
go. Okay.
All right, so our potatoes are now done.
It's a plunger. What is this thing?
Oh, I guess that would be option number 2. I'm gonna put this either in a low temp oven or a warming drawer.
Yes, let's hide those for a while.
And then we'll move on to finishing off that sauce. Why don't you grab the butter again?
Yeah, I still can't get over that. That's a lot.
You're
That is a lot.
traumatized.
I'm a little traumatized.
We're gonna
Okay.
add about 3 tablespoons of this Lucky Layla Farms butter.
I normally don't use tongs to dig out my butter, but that's a great idea.
Me neither. I don't know what happened. I think you threw that spoon.
All right, so you've added these. Oh my gosh, you put so many ingredients in here already. We had the mushrooms,
the leeks, balsamic,
red wine.
yeah, the port. So it's going to be a little bit sweet. Red wine vinegar, mustard, and now some butter.
Gosh, this is all coming together. Y'all stay
Doesn't that
tuned.
smell
We'll be right
incredible?
back. After this commercial break, we're going to put more on your table for Christmas. Stay with us. Smells good. Okay, so we're going to move on. This time, I'm going to show you how to make my grandmother's Christmas salad. I don't know why, but we only make it on Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's so delicious and easy, but I don't know why. We only do it during the holidays. But this is her cranberry salad. And it involves
Not what I had
canned
expected.
food.
As you
is
saw
how-
me earlier struggle to even open a can. It's not what I find in my pantry at home. I certainly didn't expect when
The
you
rest
had
of
a
America
a
does,
family
right?
recipe
Yes.
that it
So
was going to be
let's show you
quite
how
like
simple this is going to be. Okay. Would you like to help me?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So first, you need a large box of the raspberry Jell-O. Now I'm going to put you to work, Mr. Garth. Would you add in 1 can of the whole cranberry sauce? It's got to be the whole can, whole cranberry. Yeah. So don't make a comment. No
I shouldn't
comment.
even be wearing
Here.
a chef coat right
Let's
now.
keep moving. Keep moving.
Oh, whoa,
Stir.
whoa, whoa. What is this?
Oh, that's my little gingerbread thing. Yeah, just
I just want
stir.
to point out that's not from my kitchen. I
It's
can't
so
believe I'm
cute.
using this.
It's so cute. It's for the holidays. It keeps everything bright and happy in your kitchen, Garth.
Oh, I'm cringing right now.
Okay,
2 years of culinary school down the drain.
then you want to add in 1 can of mandarin oranges that's already been drained. This is the easiest thing ever.
Now, are these Texas sourced, or where would I find these oranges?
On your grocery store shelf.
Okay.
1 can of pineapple tidbits.
Tidbits.
And that's already drained.
Another culinary term.
A tidbit. Okay, you're doing so good, Garth. See, you don't have to like get out a giant press. You don't have to take a big honkin' rake thing and like press stuff. You just have to.
It is quite the vocabulary day to day here on
And then
Taste
the
Texas.
final thing you want to add in is a cup of chopped walnuts. Okay, so mix all that up. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? Are you proud of yourself? You should be so proud.
My parents are shaking their heads right now.
Okay, so if you have this beautiful
I
cranberry
feel like I
salad.
need to cover up my
Cranberry salad.
name and title here.
And you want to hold one of these, please. Hold that. And then put it in a really pretty little dish. Cover it back up and put it in the fridge. Actually, overnight would be the best, so it gets nice and congealed. And that is my grandma's Christmas salad. You're welcome. All right, so
Very simple and
I'm going to
exact.
put that in the fridge. You keep talking about this beautiful sauce you got
The
going
sauce
on
is coming together. Now I'm just going to put on low heat. Once I have butter added to the sauce, I have to either turn it off or keep it all the way low because the butter will separate and float to the top. If that happens, if you end up with it looking greasy on the top, add a little bit of cold cream to it, whisk it again, and then keep the heat off, and that'll bring the butter back into the sauce. So that'll be the kind of final solution for this. We're ready to roll on it. We're going to be
That's
pulling
easy.
the beef out of the oven. We've got the broccoli that's going to be finishing off.
Yum.
And those easy to make mashed potatoes are already warm and ready to go.
Nice. And if you're really sweet, I'll give you my gingerbread spatula at the end of the show.
Yay!
Okay, y'all stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, well, it is time to plate the Christmas dinner, Garth. I'm going to get the beautiful Christmas salad. We must not forget.
Wonderful salad that came together.
That's right. And then you need to get some stuff out of the oven. Oh, here, I brought you some Christmassy pot holders. You might want to get your beef out with that. Keeping it all in the spirit. Keeping it all in the spirit.
I'm taking a beat down today, just to be nice. All right, so I've got
it
the
done?
beef. It is.
Nice.
Looks great. I'm also going to grab the broccoli.
Everything is coming together perfect.
So will you do me a favor?
Yes.
Will you put the mashed potatoes onto our plate there?
All right. Like right here. Oh my gosh, these are non-sticky, what did you call them? Non-gooey. I might have to have seconds on those. Those look amazing.
All right. Oh, look at this beef.
Oh, it is perfect. It's almost well done.
It is not. This is a delicious medium rare.
That is gorgeous. See, now everybody's going to have a beautiful Christmas dinner. These recipes were very easy, except you do need that big,
just for fun.
that big thing. What do you call that? Potato masher? A Texas-sized
masher.
A Texas-sized potato masher.
Tater masher.
Oh,
That's
that
our
gravy
sauce.
sauce looks beautiful. And then we've got our roasted broccoli. I want to let everybody know that you can download these recipes really simple on our website, and that is tastetexastv.com. And then you can also find us on social media. Send us your pictures for the holidays. We would love to see what you made. And that's we'll be on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I can't think of any other social places we're at right now, but I think that's a lot. You surely find us. Pretty easy. Garth, this looks fantastic. Oh, don't forget the Christmas salad. Don't forget the Christmas salad.
And your hot pads.
And my hot pads.
I
We
do
need a
want to try
spoon.
this. Give me.
Yeah, take a bite, just because it'll make Grandma happy, right?
That is not bad. That's actually delicious.
That's a
You did great
compliment,
job.
not bad. Will you
Much
like
better
it?
than I expected for canned.
All right, well, you're welcome.
Yeah, y'all try it out at home. It really is delicious.
And I will be the taster if whether or not these are gooey.
Or buttery enough.
That's happiness. That is pure happiness, comforting to the soul. Thank
Good
you so
combo.
much. Yes, awesome. All right, everybody, download the recipes. Thanks for joining us this week. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. See you next time.
I